I'm gonna move that cord back there. The cord that's like hanging down.
Ooh, we're live.
There we go. Good morning, everybody.
Buenos dias.
What is good? Where are you?
Oh, you wanted me to move that cord because you can't stand it. I would love some confirmation that you guys can hear us. So.
Can you hear us? Can you hear this coffee sip?
Getting into some ASMR. I feel like the chat might be a little bit delayed.
Maybe. We'll wait on the chat.
We have a...
Okay.
Okay. Yay!
Hi, Crystal in Colorado. Hi, Heather. Hi, Nikki. Hey, everybody.
Amazing.
All right.
Tasmania, Australia. Tasmania feels like one of those places to me that doesn't actually exist.
I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, hi, Erica. Thank you so
thank
much.
You.
Really appreciate it. Yeah, I agree. It feels like a Disney place. You know,
yeah.
I think it's the Tasmanian Devil. It feels like a cartoon to me.
Yeah, we'd love to know where you guys are right now.
So we got Toronto, we've got Hope, Arkansas,
nice.
Tucson, Texas. Where in Texas? Devs, free GGs. Jersey, UK. Hello, everybody.
Germany, Minnesota. Nice. Burlington.
A lot of people from the US around here. There's this Sweden. What time is it in Sweden right now? Well, I'll tell you where we are. We're in Panama. Maybe you guys know that. Maybe you don't. We're in Panama. It is crazy hot. Sorry to be all sweaty on this chat, but literally we are existing in a layer of sweat. We even took a shower last night.
I feel like it's pretty cool right now.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really glad that the sun isn't out and glaring on us right now and making us even sweatier. So, thankful.
We're in Panama, though. I've been spending the last week trying to get our shipping together, getting ready to ship to Colombia, and it is friggin' nuts.
For those of you guys who don't know, Panama is technically attached to Colombia land-wise, but there's a gap called the Darien Gap that is literally has no roads. It's super dangerous, mostly from the animals, I think.
Yeah.
It's just a completely secluded area.
Oh, look at Dan and Judith. What's up, guys? Those are some buds we met in Costa Rica.
Hey, guys.
Are you guys still in Costa Rica? Or where are you guys?
Hold on, while they're answering that question, I'm going to finish this. So, it's a very short distance that we need to ship our van. We're basically in South America. We're basically on that continent, but we can't drive there and we can't ferry there. The only option to get our van to South America is on a cargo ship.
Which is over $2,000 and such a pain. It's ridiculous. Yeah. It's just so stupid.
Yeah.
But it is crazy to think we're all the way in Panama and we're still in North America. We finally got to Panama. I don't know if you guys remember, but last year we were trying to get to Panama and it didn't happen. We only got as far as Mexico. So that was a very short-lived journey. But yeah, man, we're here. Cheers to that.
Cheers. We have a couple of drinks going on. We have our protein shakes and our coffee. So, holding down the fort over here. So
guys, hit us with questions. We'll talk about what we've been doing, what we're planning to do. Just hang out. We've got no real plan. We'll start with Sam. So any idea how long you guys will continue this trip? Well, dude, I think it's going to be longer than we expected. To be totally honest, it's if we can afford it. Ooh, look at this little guy. Oh.
No.
Sorry.
No,
anyways, okay, so we're gonna continue the trip. We were thinking we were just gonna do it through the end of this year, but that's just not gonna be enough time at all. So we left in February from the States. It is now, what is it, July?
Yeah.
And then
deep in July.
Jeez Louise, man. And then I have a trip that I'm gonna go on with my parents in August. We're gonna go August, September, October, November in Colombia. We're thinking about maybe going to visit our families over the holidays.
Yeah.
We'll see. But I think we're only going to be able to make it to Lima, Peru.
And that's going to be pushing it.
Yeah.
I think.
So this is how ridiculously big this landmass is. We had said that we were going to block up this year for South America. And then I think by the end of the entire year of traveling, we'll probably only be 3 countries deep in South America. and slowly working our way down. So
well, and South America is super big too. So Alaska to Panama, any of you who live in North America might understand how big this is. Alaska to Panama is the same length.
Thank you, Frankie.
Thank you. The Alaska to Panama is the same length as Colombia to Argentina.
Yeah.
So it's a long road.
That, if you think
and
about that,
the roads are way worse.
Insane. Yeah. Jordan says that they know our one secrets.
I would love to know what that is.
All right. Any food you guys missed from the U.S.? There's a restaurant we missed from the U.S.
Which is that?
You got to tell. Well, obviously. Come on now. Don't think too hard about it.
Oh, Chipotle.
Of course, Chipotle. Okay, so we missed Chipotle so much that when Aubrey had to fly out for her sister's graduation and then fly back to Costa Rica, we miss it so much that Aubrey literally brought me back Chipotle. She flew me back on an airplane Chipotle. It was pretty cold. It was pretty subpar, but I enjoyed every part of it. So,
when we got to Costa Rica, there was a lot of like more Western brands or American brands, I guess, that we hadn't seen in a while, like Beyond Burger or vegan cheese or like vegan-A's or whatever, things like that. And Mexico was great for food, but once we left Mexico, it was a lot more difficult.
Yeah.
And so when we got to Costa Rica, we bought those items, even though they were literally, in some cases, 3 times the amount that they were in the States.
Kettle chips in Costa Rica, just like a bag of kettle chips, is $8.
Pretty insane.
And it's the best snack in the world, but $8. All they eat in Costa Rica, which is very delicious, by the way, we make it all the time, is gallo pinto, which is beans and rice, fish, chicken, patacones, and that's about it.
Yeah.
So I actually am missing Mexican food more than I'm missing American food.
That's actually really true.
Plus, I grew up in Texas, and she grew up in California mostly, so we grew up on Mexican food. How come we never connected with Damon and back in Mexico? Very simple. We tried to. They literally ferried over to the mainland so we could connect.
Yeah.
But it was a 32-hour drive.
For them.
It was faster for us to go up to Toronto to visit them than it was for them to come to the other side of Mexico.
Yeah. So, sad day, but it's okay.
Hey, I'm really happy. Elisha said they made the recipe in Costa Rica. The rice and beans, bought the stuff on Amazon. It is good, isn't it?
Good.
It's dynamite.
That's so good to know you can buy it on Amazon too, because
we don't know where
we can't find it in Panama. And when we go back to the States, I'd love to have some.
Very true. Very true. Where to next is definitely going to be Colombia. So we are going to ship. When are we shipping, baby?
We drop off the van on Wednesday.
On Wednesday.
So, like,
on Wednesday, we're dropping our home off, putting it on a cargo ship, crossing our fingers,
handing them the keys.
We just heard stories of a family who got literally everything stolen. They got the sheets stolen off their bed. They got every single thing stolen, every piece of clothing stolen. So
we're kind of prepared for the worst and taking all of the most important things with us.
Yes.
It'll be interesting. But we're very excited for Colombia. We've heard legends that it is very similar to Mexico, and in some cases even better.
Yes.
So we're excited.
Someone has to be purchasing souvenirs on our travels. Here's one. This is our little girl from Querétaro. They make these in Querétaro.
That is one. We like to do, obviously we don't buy that much because we live in a small space, but we've both been trying to be really intentional about like buying things from the local artisans here, because you have a really one of a kind, like unique piece of clothing or thing to, piece of decor or whatever. Yeah. And B, you're also like supporting the local communities in a really awesome way. So we like that.
Let's answer this. So we haven't really showed all of our Panama travels because we've been so invested in getting this stupid shipping done. We're going to make like a huge multi-video series on this shipping because we're going to ship the van. We're going to sail the San Blas Island archipelago. I cannot wait for that. We got to pick it up in Colombia. So we're going to have at least 3 to 4 videos coming out about this whole experience. So don't worry, you will be able to see it. But because of that, we haven't really shown where we've been. Where we have been is we went diving in Bocas del Toro. We showed that. We went to Boquete, which we loved. Boquete was unbelievable. Like anyone needs to get their ass to Boquete. We did a ton of different waterfalls and swimming holes around Boquete.
We did Boquete too. It was the hike with the massive mosquitoes.
Yeah, no, we did Boquete too. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. But we also did a lot of waterfalls. We loved one of those swimming holes so much. We literally thought about it was for sale. It was for sale very, very cheap. We don't have any money or we would have bought it. We literally thought about like buying that piece of land and trying to get an Airbnb. That's how kick-ass it was. So that was pretty cool. And then we went to Anton. That's the only place that we really didn't show.
It wasn't.
That one hike we did was stupid cool.
Yeah. It was really cool. Yeah. Honestly, Panama, we're really sad that we can't spend as much time in Panama as we did in Costa Rica because Panama, A, is way less expensive. And B, like, we really get even more, I would say.
Yes.
Yeah. We loved Costa Rica. It was really awesome.
Fraction of the price. But I mean, for instance, I'll preface this by saying I'm actually off the liquor for now. I'm taking a break. But in case you're interested, one tiny thing of liquor, like rum this big in Costa Rica, is over $20. A half gallon of rum in Panama is $9. So
yeah, it was pretty unbelievable. Somebody wants to know how your ears are doing.
Ears are doing great. Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
I can't dive anymore for a while, but I can snorkel. I can swim. I've been swimming a lot, and it's just what it is. Okay, let's see. We haven't been getting to very many questions at all because we've been.
What's the place you're most looking forward to in South America?
I think it's different for both of us.
I think it is.
I am most looking forward to probably Colombia, to be honest. I think Colombia is going to kick ass. I think it's all going to kick ass. I'm also interested to see how different everything is the further we go, because we went to a Mexican food restaurant the other day, and I was blown away by, like, it brought Mexico back, and I was blown away by the thought of how different Mexico is. Excuse me. Like, down here, there's a lot of very indigenous people. They have really lovely culture, amazing clothing, totally different languages. Like, anyone who's been here, this is all old news and you know this, but like anyone who hasn't been here, you might not ever think about this. It's indigenous culture down here. It's very Caribbean culture and Afro-Caribbean culture, which is very fun, very much what you might think of as Jamaica. And then a lot of like more European styled culture. And it's nothing to do with Mexico. It couldn't be like, I feel like Mexico is much closer to Texas than it is to Panama. And so
that's true.
I'm excited to see, how different it gets.
Yeah, I'm very excited. Yeah, because it feels like to those of us who especially live in like English speaking countries, or European countries or whatever, sometimes because they speak the same language, it can feel really similar, but we have found that it's very different from country to country, which is a challenge, to be honest, because we learn like the sayings in Spanish that you need in Mexico, and then we start saying them in Panama, and they don't understand what we're saying.
We're so bad at Spanish anyway, and then we try to translate our Mexican Spanish to anywhere else, and it's even worse. It's just a disaster.
I really like this. So if you guys have been keeping up with us on Instagram, you might have seen the other day we were desperate for a shower because when we're in the city, like we just don't have that many shower options. We can't even go like shower. We can't just like shower with our shower bag outside. Right. So somebody asked if you end up getting a shower, and this was our shower yesterday.
Not only that, we'll share we shouldn't share that tip of what we did because maybe we should. So here's a sneaky tip. We're parked out here in Panama City, but kind of in a cool area, or like a nice area, fairly nice area. Right down the road, there is a restaurant that we've been to. And right behind it is a pool. It happens to be connected to a hotel,
and they let us go in and use the pool.
So we took a dipper. All right, let's see. We're really behind here.
Are your other friends going with you too? I assume you're talking about Henry and Hannah of Wand of Tales. Yes.
Of course, dude. They're like our...
And thank the Lord, because Hannah speaks Spanish, and I don't know.
And it's good to have friends along. That's true. Like, it's just nice to have friends. That's true. Also, for anyone who's talking about, like everyone always wants to know about everybody else's friend groups. So, like,
Spicy.
Trent and Allie, obviously, but they're just rolling a little slower than us. And I'm back, like we've explained a bunch of times, we're like 30 hours away from them in Mexico, and they're in Europe. So obviously we talk to them all the time, but we miss them a lot. They're not around. And then all of our other homies like Vinny and Ari are up in the States. So the people we are rolling with so hard right now, Henry and Hannah, are the bomb, dude. We're having the best time with them. But yeah, they're definitely going to keep rolling with us.
Definitely.
All right, let's see what we're doing here.
Where is Iguazu Falls?
I've heard of that. Yeah. We don't know that much about it.
Is it in South America?
Yeah, it is. Okay. I'm pretty sure. We haven't heard that much. We don't know that much about South America right now. So
we kind of go country by country. So I know like even just like area by area. I know kind of what I want to see in on the Caribbean coast of Colombia, but that's about as far as we've researched, I think.
Also, side note, the Caribbean coast of everywhere is so underrated.
It is
ridiculously
awesome.
underrated. If you're looking for a cool trip, come to the Caribbean coast of places. It is freaking awesome. The water's clear. It's cool. There's great snorkeling. There's still good surfing. The people are incredible. The vibe is so chill.
It's making us really want to like explore all of the Caribbean islands too.
Yes.
Because like Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico and Haiti and Jamaica and all those, Cuba, because like this culture is so vibrant and so fun.
Yeah.
And literally like the most fun we've had at a beach ever. And so maybe on our way back we're thinking about like island hopping. We'll see.
Yes. Caribbean coast is freaking epic, man. Maybe it just fits with our little van life ideals really well.
Yeah. That could
Everyone
be.
just like is chill, vibed out, you know, doing their thing. It's just a blast. We love it. Let's go back because we missed. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe we just let those comments go. Sorry, everybody. We feel free to repost.
Yeah, true.
Do your hair's getting long. Do your hair routine video, please.
Yes.
Are you seeing this? There is no hair routine. There is simply let the hair go and see where the heck it goes. Oh! Someone asked if we are planning any more tattoos. I think we need to share our tattoo idea.
Ooh, okay. So you guys, if you've been keeping up with our latest videos, you might have seen. Are you looking for your fannies?
No.
What are you looking for?
Nothing.
What are you doing?
I'm back.
You guys have seen that we're like all have fanny packs. Us and Henry and Hannah, and even Sebastian, their dog.
Dude, why we have each other's?
Oh, true. Okay, this is my fanny pack. That's Christian's.
It's weird that I'm not wearing it right now.
And you feel a little naked.
Yeah.
Without it.
Very naked.
But we decided that we all want to get some kind of fanny pack inspired tattoo on our fannies.
On our
U.S. fanny,
yeah, US
not
fannies.
Europe fanny.
You guys like my little Panama pen? It's pretty cute, huh?
Yeah.
I really think that the best tattoos don't really have that much meaning. There's just like an inside joke with them.
Yeah.
So bum bag elsewhere.
Bum bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all grew up with it being
we're getting bum bag tattoos on our bums. Okay?
Yeah, that works too. Yeah, exactly. Someone asked what our families think. They think it's awesome. Yeah. Sorry. No, not to undersell that comment, but we should talk about maybe lots of American deaths recently. Ooh, maybe we should talk about the dangerous stuff that happens.
Okay.
Do you guys want to hear some crazy stories? I wish I could wait for the yes in the chat, but it's a delay. You know what I mean? But I'd love to hear a yes in the chat. Do you guys want to hear some crazy stories? Okay, there's a yes in the chat.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the deal.
Let's go.
So, I don't want to scare anybody. I don't want to freak anybody out. I don't want to make anybody not want to do van life. But we have like almost never run into sketchy stuff. But on the west coast of Costa Rica, it got wild, weird, wet, and wild. Do you want to? Well, first, very simple. I got a bag stolen, and my brother got a bag stolen. Actually, on the east coast of Costa Rica. But my brother was being a dumbass. Like, he doesn't travel very much. He left his bag on the front seat and the door open. So, like, he was basically gifting someone something. So I don't consider that sketchy. But then the sketchiness started. So you should like kick off.
Okay.
At Hako.
Hako. That was the phone jack, right? Interesting. Okay.
We'll here's
the spicy story though.
Okay.
So we were in our van just hanging out, much like this morning, and a dude comes up and starts talking to us.
Before that, the entire night he'd been rocking the van trying to get in, and then I hear something, so I peek my little head outside, and I hear someone go like, "Buenos dias" on the hood of the van. I was like, "Oh damn!" And I look out, and the guy's, it's like, "Hey man," and then I couldn't get out of it, and they had the door open, and he pops around, chain smoking.
You tell the story. You obviously have details you want to tell. Tell the story.
Okay, you can tell the next story.
Yeah, I'll tell the next story.
So, anyways, he's like chain smoking, pops into our car, and he's like, "Hey guys," and everyone on the coast, obviously the sketchy guys are offering you drugs and everything. So he says, "You guys want some weed?" I'm like, "No, man, we're good." He's like, "You guys want some coke? It's a great way to wake up in the morning." I'm like, "No, man, it's like 10 a.m. like 8 a.m. It was 8 a.m. I was like, "No, man, we gotta go." So anyway, he's really weird. He's acting like, really like pervy and weird and aggressive, but like, I don't know. He was on something, right?
Yeah.
So anyways, I'm like a Texas boy. So even with a guy who's like cracked out and acting weird, I still have to be polite, right? So I'm like, listen, man, we've got things to do. No offense. I'm sure that you're going to have a really great time today, but like, I don't want to do anything with you. I want to go do my work. And he was like, guys, will you come back and party with me tonight? I want to show you a good Costa Rican time. So I'm like, sure, dude, whatever. I mean, obviously, for anyone who would take that wrong, not going to come back and party with him, but wanted to get away with the guy. So
Which we do like partying with locals, but
yes, but not that local.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, man, not going to party with you. But I was like, okay, sure, whatever, we'll come back. Then he brings his sketchy other guy. He actually spoke English. The first guy, the second guy was equally as sketchy and equally on something. And came up and they were kind of like in our van, and I was like standing in front of our van, like trying to physically keep them out a little bit. And so the other guy was like, you know, hey, we make introductions, and I'm like, guys, we got to go do some work. And of course, the guy was like, what kind of work are you doing? Yada yada. So I'm about to leave, and he pops around. And for the record, we were parked on a road by a river, and little did I know, there was a homeless encampment right by the river. I found this out later from a coffee barista later that day where I was like, what the hell is up with the street? But yeah, there was a homeless encampment out there. And so they were all, you know, it was just a tough day. Anyways, so the guy comes over and he like knocks on my window. He's like, dude, roll down your window. And then me, like an idiot, our window is like has some problems right now. So I open the door and the car's already running. And he hops up on the car and grabs the steering wheel and he starts talking to me very animatedly. And he's like, dude, are you really going to come back and party with me? Like, everybody says they're going to come back, but nobody comes back. I'm like, sure, dude, whatever. I can party with you, right? Then his second sketchy buddy runs up and gives me like a hug, but it was like a fake drunk hug. He basically barrels into the car, wraps his arms around me, grabs my phone out of the middle console of the car, and in one motion passes it back to his second buddy. And then fortunately, I noticed it, and I was like, dude, give me my freaking phone back. And I don't know why he gave me my phone back, but the dude just like, okay, and just hands me my phone back. I told him to get the hell out of there, and I drove away. But it was literally like 8 a.m. The dude comes back, tackles me in my car, grabs my phone, and I thought about it later. Like, I don't know, obviously the thing to do. By the way, thank you for the $2.
Thank you.
Horrify. Anyways, I'll tell my horrifying story. But the dude, I just thought about it later because I was like, what if the guy had not handed me my phone back? Like, I would have instinctively probably chased after those guys. But then there were like, you know, 6 other people at that homeless encampment waiting, and who knows? I don't know. The guy was literally on top of me inside of my car. He was bigger than me. There were 2 guys there. So it was crazy. And it was really like crazy. 8 a.m. So, you know, I'm supposed to go edit after that. I'm just like, I don't even need coffee now. You know? So that was the first sketchy thing.
First thing.
Yeah. And obviously that could happen in LA. Stuff like that's happened everywhere. But we haven't run into that a single bit so far in Latin America until Jaco.
And then I was like a couple days later, we were parked at this, like close to this park on the coast, and it was nice. There were families out there playing. It was, you know, seemed really, really safe. And we had parked there one night before, but the second night, the Coast Guard needed that area. So they asked us to leave, and it was like 10:30 or 11 at night. So it was pretty late. And we usually have no problem, because our van doesn't look like a camper on the outside. We have no problem parking like on the street.
Right.
Because nobody usually bothers us. So we just went into the town, it's like maybe a 3-minute drive away, and parked on the street. Well, we were the only car on that street, and both of us kind of had a weird vibe.
Definitely had a weird vibe. It was 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah, like, but it was like, we don't usually have a weird vibe. Like, we do that a lot. That's true. And we both just had this really weird feeling about everything.
That's so true.
And Christian was still up in the front seat, like I think looking at his phone or something like that, and I was back here kind of getting ready for bed.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden we hear 5 consecutive pop, like pop, 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 pop.
Right.
And it sounded like
it was 100% gunshots.
A handgun.
Yeah, no, for sure. Because I was sitting in the front, we were the only car in the street. There was another truck. It was like a 2-lane street.
Thank you so much, Erica.
Thank you, Erica. Does YouTube take part of your money? I don't know. A little bit, maybe?
Yes, a little bit.
Well, thank you, Erica.
Yeah, thank you.
So there's like 2 roads on the street, one going this way and then another going this way. And we're parked like right here, right outside of the town. On this road going this way, there's another truck. And I was sitting in the front seat. We hear 6 gunshots. I look over. There's a truck. It looks like two guys shooting at each other, and there's three girls that were getting the hell out of there. I didn't, stick around in the front seat long enough to see what was going on. But obviously, like, I grew up in Texas. I grew up shooting guns.
Wow, thank you so much,
Thank you, Daniel. Hey, 2 bottles of rum.
Yes!
Daniel! Actually, we've got to bring rum on our sailing trip. It's BYOB or BYO rum. So you just bought us the rum for the trip.
That's from Daniel. Thank you so much.
Anyway, to finish the story, I heard the gunshots, saw the girls taking off. Obviously, it's a very weird feeling to like have something going on, but not have any ability to step in. I have grown up shooting guns. I know what they sound like. I know what they're like. So I locked all the doors, told Aubry to get down. Aubry crouched like right here, and I kind of like stood right here, and we were just totally silent. And we heard about 6 more gunshots. And these guys were literally 15 feet away from us.
And we were the only car on the street. So we were also the only potential.
Yeah, that's the thing. We're the only potential witnesses. And then if I mean, who knows what's going on, right? But like if someone needs, I don't know, an escape, obviously your head goes crazy places. Like they need an escape video, they need this, they need that. Are they going to break into our car? Are they going to come try to jack it? Like we're the only people there. 10 feet, 15 feet away from us, these gunshots going on. We hear 6 more shots over the course of 5 minutes. We hear like, when you say, the actual shots must have only been a minute.
Yeah.
It felt like an hour, but like it must have only been a minute. But we hear like 6 more shots, so about a dozen in total.
Yeah. And we didn't see that anybody had died because we ended up having to drive past it to get out of there.
We saw someone limping, like they'd been shot in the leg.
But it didn't look like anybody had died, hopefully. We're crossing our
fingers. Because obviously we were like, we got to get the hell out of this town. Like,
Plus, and it was like 2 minutes away from the police station, so I'm sure that
the police got there. But so after 5 minutes of being totally frozen, like obviously your heart rate goes through the roof. I felt in danger before, but I've never felt like someone had such an easy power to just like kill us. Like, I mean, that's like a very eerie feeling. I mean, like you're around guns a lot, but like someone who maliciously has a gun. Anyways, we drove, again, the streets are like this. We had to drive this way, loop around, and drive back this way to get out of town. So we had to drive right by the truck that the guys were in who were shooting. There was a guy limping by the truck, and we just drove away. And we got the hell out of Jaco. We got the hell out of Western Costa Rica. I don't want to scare anyone from going there because it really was great.
But here's the thing. I kind of do want to scare people from going to the western coast of Costa Rica because it wasn't unbelievable. There were things that were really great and everything. And if you want an easy vacation where everything's done for you, then that's the place to go. But it's very discovered. It's very over touristed, and like if this is our experience and it's the only place that we've ever had any experiences like this, it's not worth it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But other areas in Costa Rica are 100% worth it. All of the mountainous region in Costa Rica,
Eastern
the Caribbean coast is awesome.
Incredible.
So Costa Rica is super, super, highly recommended by us. But go to the less touristed places that are a little bit less accessible and harder to get to because they're way better.
Oh, hello, Erica.
Well,
okay.
Erica, thank
People
you.
want us to talk about Dave TV. I saw Dave TV having a nervous breakdown. He says he feels sorry for what he said about you. He erased all his content. Have you seen I found you because of him? First of all, it's cool you found us because of him.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about this.
I wish Dave was here.
First of all, Dave and us are actually friends. I wouldn't say like great friends, like we don't know him well in real life, but we have yet to meet him in real life. We talk all the time. I genuinely, we've said this before, we mean it. We could not have less hard feelings towards Dave. Like everyone has their own way of going about things. Dave is a genuinely funny guy. I feel like in our conversations with Dave, maybe there's been certain times where he's said, things that need to be said. There's been certain times where he might have crossed lines. That's how we all kind of feel about it. But he's a genuinely cool guy. And I've talked to him about this, about him taking all of his videos down. And I don't want to speak for Dave because, Dave can speak for himself. Yeah. But in my conversations with Dave, he has a lot more he wants to do other than just roasting. And he thinks he's kind of used it up. And obviously also YouTube picks certain channels they want to blacklist. And again, I don't want to speak too much about Dave's business, but I know
but he has other things that he's like passionate about doing.
Yeah, he's told us, but also the blacklisting thing, excited. Like if you get to where you can't make money from your channel, you know what I mean?
Oh, right. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Like, it's got to be so frustrating.
Right. Yeah. So, but no, we like have no hard feelings towards him. We wish him all the best. And if he's going to start making new content, we're 100% in support of him.
Dude, I wish him the best of whatever he does, man. He's a cool dude and he's different. Like, there's a lot of people that do honestly what we do and travel and make videos, and it's difficult to set yourselves apart. And Dave is like an icon of this community. Like, he has set himself apart. So anyway, that's our thoughts on Dave. My understanding, I don't want to speak for Dave.
Let's move on to this.
He's gonna do cool new stuff. Don't you worry about Dave. He's gonna do cool new stuff.
Thank you so much, ST Design. We so appreciate you. Avocados and coffee on me today, guys.
Hey, today's your birthday.
Tomorrow's your birthday.
Oh, tomorrow's your birthday.
Happy birthday.
Feliz cumpleaños.
Thank you. I feel like, Go Doggo, I've seen you in the comments, and I feel like you tell us to stay strong a lot. So appreciate
you, Go Doggo. We are strong because of you. Wow. Okay, let's do some more questions. Emma says, my boyfriend and I, let's see, love your channel, have van life fever. Any advice for new van lifers? That was a very broad question. Do you have any way of pushing that?
Any advice? Just get started. I know that's like the advice for most things, but most big lifestyle changes require a start. And sometimes that is the hardest part. So just jump in, and you guys are going to do awesome. And maybe we'll see you on the road someday.
Yeah, we'd love to see you on the road. And I think that genuinely is the best advice, because we know so many people that have made mistakes, done stupid things to start, including ourselves. We bought a van that was not in tip-top shape. We've had many times where we have the wisest decisions about like what to do, but it's worked out, and we've had the best
decision in order to move forward.
Exactly.
You have to make a decision in order to move forward.
Dude,
that's
seriously,
kind of how we live our life.
If there's 3 options, I would rather someone take the third best out of 3 and do it rather than think about all 3 all day. So like, do it, Emma. Seriously, you and your boyfriend, you got this. I don't care how young you are, or how much money you don't have, or how much you don't know about building your cars. Literally none of that matters.
You can do it.
You can do it.
You guys keep me entertained through a long hospital stay.
Oh, no.
I can't tell if you're still in hospital or not. If you are, hope you get better soon. And if not, glad to hear that. Hopefully you're getting better.
Well, I'm glad we keep you entertained anyway.
Yeah.
Of course.
Ooh, you got your passport, Ryan M.
Hey! Wait, is this my dog?
Oh, maybe.
That's not McQuaid, is it?
Let's look at the tiny little picture.
It
kind of looks like it could be McQuaid.
If it's Ryan... Sorry, guys. The guy who just commented looks like a buddy of mine in real life. We'll see if he says. Okay.
Yeah, but
how do we feel about him and back being so close to hitting 300K? Obviously, we're so
excited
for them.
them.
They're our besties. Hey, it's McQuaid!
Woo!
Shout out to a real life buddy. And how epic is that you got your passport, dude?
Woo!
Dude,
that is awesome.
Feel free to come visit us sometime. We would love it. Where should you go, man? Wherever the hell you want.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear where you're thinking of going, man. But hi, dude.
But Mexico.
I'm just hanging out with you.
Mexico is my answer to any Estado Unidense American.
Yes.
For anybody who lives in the U.S. Mexico. Go to Mexico.
Yes,
it's so awesome. Yes. So cheap to get there. And you guys just got to go.
Best country in the world. Yeah. And big shout out to Ryan, man. Good to hear from you, brother. Let's see. Knee deep in my van conversion. What is the best thing about van life? Man, these questions are broad.
Very broad. What is the best thing about van life? Okay, so let me just address probably what I would imagine you're thinking. When you're knee-deep in a van conversion and you've never yet lived in a van, it can be insanely scary to be like, holy cow, I am putting all this money, I'm putting all this time, I'm working so hard to make this thing, and what if I don't even like it? I have yet to find somebody who regrets doing van life.
Seriously.
Because it is awesome. And van life is going to look different for everybody, but I'm sure you will find something that is awesome for you. And yes, but keep going. Keep persevering through that.
Trust me, it is totally worth it. Let's get into some more unique questions. Interesting questions.
I love Christian's love and adventure with animals. I know I do too.
Hey, you want to hear a new animal fun thing? I don't know. Animals are the best. Yesterday, so we're parked here in Panama City. We were hanging out, obviously, with... Oh, we got to answer that in a minute. We were parked with our buds Wandertails. And we were parked with a couple of awesome German buds as well, who we bought a stove from and a surfboard from because they were selling everything to go back to Germany. And they were like, hey, you guys want some stuff? Anyways, as we were hanging out with our German friends, they were also sort of like I guess van lifers is the right word, mini van lifers.
Mini van lifers.
I'm not saying because they were small, they were in a minivan. That was bad. Anyways, we all freaked out because 6 toucans flew and landed right by where we were parked. 6 of them. Up until now, we'd seen a toucan on a night tour, so we'd seen one sleeping, and we'd seen a toucan in like almost captivity, but
actually
captivity at someone's hospital. But like this was 6 of them out in the wild yesterday. So,
yeah, it was unbelievable.
yes.
No, Christian is like, because there's so many more animals in this part of the world. Just the wild is much harder to contain when you're in these parts. And so there's a lot more animals around. And Christian has just absolutely blossomed, I think, into an animal whisperer.
Yes, an animal whisperer.
I just see all these animals like trusting him.
Of course.
Like he could squash them. I mean, like little frogs or little
well,
lizards.
I love those little boys.
Yeah.
We did a
Except
night...
for the bug at the beginning of this.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. Other than that, we did a night tour recently, which was very epic. It was with a recommendation of the night tours are tough because that's one thing that like the tourists can get scammed on. So you kind of have to know somebody. But we know this biologist in Puerto Viejo now. He runs a hostel there. Very cool dude. Shout out to Charlie. And he recommended a buddy of his who lives in the middle of the jungle, who like all he does is walk the jungle every day. He looks like an absolute tank. He's like one of those guys that is the most jacked dude, has the firmest handshake, makes eye contact, and you know that he could take you out immediately. But he's the sweetest guy in the world, so he's not going to. But we went on a jungle tour at night, and we were picking up centipedes. I caught some poison dart frogs and was holding them, which you can do, by the way. You just can't eat them, except for one. All the ones I held, obviously, you can do. We were holding snakes. We got some chameleons and we're loving on them and giving them kisses.
It was really cool.
It was very epic.
Very cool.
Yes.
Let's see.
Dude, your ocean dance is kind of becoming iconic.
I know.
I love that you guys see it because like that's the real Aubry. Like, Aubry does random stuff like that all day long.
I do love dancing.
Yes.
Oh, and love your singing. Randomly sing more.
Yes, she also.
If you want me to.
Well, babe, what do you think of LeBron and AD to the Lakers? And better question, are you more excited about that or are you more excited about Kawhi and PG to the Clippers?
Dude, I'm so torn about it.
Right.
I'm going to make this short because nobody cares about basketball probably. Right. But like the Lakers, are my childhood team and now are they just going to become another Golden State? I'm not excited for that.
They've always kind of been like that, maybe.
Yeah,
they've always been the super team destination.
So. Whatever. Anyways.
Are you still pulling for them?
I don't know, because now Kawhi is like my homie,
Right.
I really like him. And I don't know.
Clips or Lakers? Whatever. Doesn't care. Spurs is the answer.
Yeah.
Spurs is the answer.
You keep scooting me over. Thank you.
Sorry.
Let's see.
Without getting pokes, P.O. Box or fan mail. I wish, man. We're in Panama, so anything you send us, we'll see it in a year. Okay, I skip. I have anxiety disorder. I'm watching you guys and other travelers help me push through everything. I've been traveling for 5 months. I'm driving through 8 states and counting.
That is so cool.
Very amazing. Great to hear, man. And if it means anything, I also have had some struggles with extreme anxiety, and travel and pushing myself outside my comfort zone is like made me face that in a serious way. So I hope that travel really like helps you face it. And it's amazing to hear.
Yeah.
Let's see.
We're ST Design's favorite Americans.
Oh, well, I'll take that. Thank you.
Are
we married? The answer is yes, we're married. And I saw a question about the lack of rings. No ring on the kids still. If you haven't seen, I lost my ring in February, like a week into getting into Mexico. Still have not replaced it. I don't have any jewelry of any kind. I mean, I'm usually just wearing shorts and shirt, and that's it. And and my fanny, and don't care to complicate that with anything. But I do need a ring. Aubry wants to get ring tattoos. I think that's the cheesiest thing in history, but.
Honestly, he just doesn't want to get a matching tattoo with me. That's the real thing.
That's the real thing.
He just think it's too cheesy, too cringy.
Whatever.
To get a matching tattoo with me.
Someone says, how's your internet this good to stream from your van? We are using something called Google Fi. Unlimited internet, very affordable in every country in the world. And we're using a hotspot right now.
Yeah. And if you're interested in checking it out, we have a link. It's in all the description boxes of our videos. So
okay, I like this. So first of all, hello, Sir Quintana.
Hey, homies.
Huge shout out to our Mexico besties.
Yep.
They say, who would play each of you in a Matneys biopic? Well, first of all, a Matneys biopic will never be made. But if it were, who would be your dream actor, babe, to play you?
Goodness.
Okay, she's putting Google Fi.
Google Fi is what it's called.
That's
okay. Who would I want to play me?
Yes.
You know who I'd want to play me?
Tell me.
I can't remember her name.
Oh Jesus! What is she?
You know the girl with the red hair and the big lips. Oh, she's in Ocean's 11. You know.
The red hair and the big lips.
She's in Ocean's 11. And she's legit. Like I really like her.
She's legit.
Yeah, but the only movie that I can think of that she's in that you would know is Ocean's 11.
Well, give me another one she's in.
She was just in the Homecoming that Gimlet did.
Julia Roberts.
Yeah.
Julia Roberts. You'd want Julia Roberts to play you.
She's sick, dude. I dig her.
You dig her. Who would I want to play me? If Post Malone ever goes into acting, I'd be thrilled if he'd play me in a biopic. You have any actors that would play me?
I'm so bad at actors.
No, I don't know any actors. Sorry, we're not that interesting. Julia Roberts and Post Malone. That's the combo. That's about right too. Oh man, Brad Pitt, please. Are you looking at this face? I'll take Matt Damon. I'd love Matt Damon.
That would be cool.
Matt Damon, if you want to play me, come play me. Brad Pitt, you're welcome.
Both of those combos would be a sexy combo, dude.
Right. Maybe Brad Pitt and Matt Damon should switch off throughout the movie. You know what I mean? So that they can.
There you go.
Or Chris Hemsworth, like he could chime in too. I wouldn't mind that. Bradley Cooper. I really think we should have a rotating cast of like sexiest man of the year winners. Oh Jesus! Keanu Reeves. Actually, you know what? That would be a cool guy to play me. And maybe that looks a little bit more like me. Like, I mean, I'm not. No offense, Keanu. Yeah, I'm just more than Brad Pitt.
No offense, Keanu. Babe, you're attractive. You're handsome.
No, I'm not Keanu Reeves. Oh, jeez. Oh, should we talk about this? Oh, Jack Black. There we go. I'd like Jack Black to play me. That's it. McConaughey. Yeah. Enough of this.
Go. Okay. That's so funny.
This is interesting. What do you guys think of taking a spiritual journey through taking ayahuasca in South America? Would you ever do it? We've never talked about this stuff on our channel, have we?
No.
Should we? I'll answer yes. I can answer yes. We have definitely already, we've already had amazing experiences with some plant medicines in Mexico and elsewhere with different shamans. And we are really big advocates of plant medicine and of learning about yourself through psychedelics. They're not toys at all, but they have been really impactful for me. And I've never tried ayahuasca, but I definitely plan, if I can find a safe place to do it with a good teacher. Yes.
And we really, really like doing these plant medicines in the place that they're from.
Yes.
Like with the cultures that have been using them for thousands of years.
Yes.
So we're definitely going to be interested. We're not I wouldn't say that we're planning on it yet, but we're very interested.
Maybe you're not planning on it. I mean, I think these are things that we're learning not to force, because I think when
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, we don't have anything on the schedule.
Yes. When you first want to do a plant medicine or whatever, you want to experience these ancient cultures, it's, I think, very exciting, and you want to find a way to do it. You want to force it. But the best experiences we've had are when it sort of just comes along your path. So we have super cool stories of different plant medicine experiences, and maybe we'll share those someday. But I think we're getting more comfortable. This kind of stuff is so stigmatized, unfortunately, and it shouldn't be, and it's really immature to do so. Like, to categorize everything as drugs is, anyone who's ever tried plant medicine or experienced that and learned about themselves knows that it couldn't be further away from something that's an actual drug like pharmaceuticals. So, anyway, I think we're learning to be more comfortable talking about it and not feeling the stigma.
Yeah.
Probably enough about that.
Yeah. There was one that I thought was really good. Really funny. Where was it?
By the way, thanks for hanging out, guys. It's so fun.
Taylor Ayano wants to know, this is so random, but how many pairs of shoes do you travel with? It's funny. I want to answer that question because we have way too many.
Yeah.
And we've been talking about it recently, how we really need to downsize our shoes. We don't know why we have so many shoes.
But how many do you wear?
Okay, I wear one pair. Which is these. I have these Birks. I wear one pair of shoes. You wear maybe...
I wear two because I stole one. My brother left one, which is some really bad flip-flops. I wear those. And then I also wear chacos when I'm hiking.
Right.
What do you wear when you're hiking?
When I'm hiking, I wear my hiking boots.
Right, so you wear two.
Yeah, I probably wear two. And then we definitely need like an extra pair of everyday shoes for when we're in the colder climates, because we will be getting to colder climates. But literally, we probably need 3 pairs of shoes each.
Yeah.
And how many do we have?
Probably 5 each.
At least.
Well, because I've got another like normal boots. I've got some running shoes. Like, you know, it's ridiculous. We need to downsize our shoes.
So it's funny because this has been a topic of conversation.
Yeah. We got a basket of
Yeah. Benny and Ari, are they still traveling with you guys? Sadly, no.
Nope. They traveled through Mexico, but we talk to them almost every day. And where's the phone?
What? Oh, it's up here.
Can I see it?
They just sent us.
Oh, thank you for the $5.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Let's see. I want to show you guys what Benny and Ari just sent us yesterday. If you can even see this.
Hopefully, yeah.
You might not be able to see it. If you don't see it, then I'm sorry, but I'll try.
We'll probably post it sometime.
This is, it's reflecting really badly. But that is a film picture we took in Querétaro of the squad, and it just made me miss them so much. So,
yeah,
shout out to them.
Yeah, we definitely miss them a lot. But hopefully we can travel with them sometime. We're trying to convince them, if we end up going back to visit family in Austin, trying to convince them to come hang out with us at our house,
man.
So.
We have multiple sets of Van Life Besties, and you guys have seen all of them. Well, school and back, the OGs, or it's Benny and Ari, whether it's anybody else. Now, it's hard to have so many great best friends and have them in Europe, have them in the States, have them everywhere. But it's also kind of fun because then you get to deeply dive in with the people you're with. So
it's true.
You know, to answer all of your questions about are we still friends with them? Are you freaking kidding? Of course. They're just in Europe.
Your wildlife in the back. Is that a monkey or a bird?
It's a lot of different birds.
It's a bird. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a ton of different birds all right here.
Yeah.
In Panama, there's just wildlife everywhere. Same with Costa Rica.
Really
so
awesome.
Let's see here. We'll probably go for an hour, so that's 10 more minutes-ish.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, somebody said frames are tilted. I'm so upset.
Picture frames?
Yeah. I'm really sorry about that.
It's still pretty tilted. Bro, we live in a home that has an earthquake happen to it every day. Is that better? Are you happy now?
I think that looks a little better.
Hi from Israel. Hello.
Oh,
Israel.
Wow. We would love to get there someday.
Wonder what time it is there.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe we should go up a little bit.
Yeah.
Or maybe we should, before we leave, I think I want to tell everybody what we're about to do here. We kind of already have, I guess, but.
Yeah. Antonio Crespo.
Ooh, that's.
Un poco.
All right. Good day, Australians. Let's see. Well, any other comments? Bring them on. Favorite song at the moment? Ooh, we've been bumping the new very sexy track from Shawn Mendes and Camila.
Yes. And Posty's new track.
And Post. Is it Señorita? Goodbyes. We've been into pop music recently.
Yeah, we have.
You know what I mean?
It's kind of a new look for us.
Yeah, not really. We've been playing Post Malone for the longest.
Yeah, but like usually we're not playing pop. Like we're playing random crazy stuff that you decide. So I'm loving the pop right now.
Let's see. What is this question? I would like to answer. I have a large income. Do I live in luxury or adventure if you were in my place? I do not know what the hell you're talking about, man. So I would love to answer you, but you're going to have to reword that one. All right. A little bit more, then we're going to wrap this up. Let's see. South Carolina. I live in a small car. I'm hoping to upgrade soon. Broke college student. Wow.
Good luck.
Well, shout out, man. We've all been there. No, you're not in a small car, but I've been eating oatmeal 3 times a day on the couch. And so, yeah, definitely a big shout out. Oh, shout out to my dad who's here. If anyone wants to give my dad love, they are more than welcome. Dad, we're doing well. We're safe. We're happy. We're in Panama.
And we have been pulling the guitar out
We have been playing the guitar out. I will see. I'm going to go visit my parents soon. We're going to go on a very exciting trip. So shout out to my dad, the guy who created me.
Oh my word. Let's see. Ooh, why? Okay, hey guys, why don't you get back by Brazil? We have beautiful places here. Actually, we'd love some recommendations because we were just talking the other day. Brazil is such a massive part of South America, and we would love to hit it, but we just don't know how to do it feasibly in advance.
Yes.
So if you have any tips for us, any places that would be really good to check out, then definitely let us know.
Definitely. And I know there's a lot of places in Brazil that are pretty dangerous. Maybe that's myth, maybe that's true, who knows, but I think that right now it's kind of like Brazil's a little bit of a black hole for us. Like we kind of know what to expect with Colombia because we've done a lot of research. Kind of know what to expect Ecuador, Peru, Chile, Argentina. There's a lot of other, the east side of South America is a bit of a gray area. But we'd love to go because we're planning, like we've said before, Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, Chile, Argentina. That was the original plan.
Yeah.
The updated plan is that, plus probably, and I don't have the map in my head quite right, but Uruguay, Paraguay, Bolivia, Brazil, Venezuela?
Maybe. That'd be wild.
And then ship back to the States.
And then Colombia again, and then ship back to the States.
If anyone has recommendations, I'm putting our email in the chat.
Ooh.
info@thematneys.co. And that is .co because .com was gone and we were not going to pay for it. info@thematneys.co. Email us your recommendations. If you live in South America, we want to meet you. We really, 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 really want to meet you. All the best parts of our travels are with people. You guys are all kick-ass. We have yet to meet uncool people who are into this lifestyle.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Yeah, honestly, our favorite part of traveling has been the people, and we were nervous that we were going to not. Why are you drinking my coffee? Wow. Okay. Guys, he drinks my coffee all the time. I was nervous when we left to go to Mexico because we didn't speak Spanish that we would have trouble meeting people and hanging out with people, and I thought maybe we were signing up for a little bit of a lonesome, all on our lonesome the Matneys hangout sesh. And wow, this wasp really wants this coffee. No, don't.
I give him this.
Okay, anyways.
Oh, I pushed him.
Okay, what I was saying, goodness, is we have been totally shocked and surprised that literally we've met some of the coolest people on our entire travels. Our entire 2 years of traveling have been met in Latin America, and that's been locals and other travelers. So if you're also traveling, we'd love to hang out with you. That's how we met Henry and Hannelyn.
Yes.
And then if you're a local, then we'd love to see your spot.
Yes.
And everything.
Yes. So please email us, message us on Instagram. Our Instagram is @thematneys_. Again, the Matneys was taken. We're not going to do all that to get that. So please message us. We want to meet up with you guys severely. And as you might know, we need showers. So.
Okay, lying that I just love answering these questions. Tony Rain asks, is it safe to drive from Mexico to Panama? And if you are here earlier in the live video, we were talking about the only sketchy situations we've ever run into is the western part of Costa Rica, and I truly believe that is because it's very over touristed, and so a lot of tourists are more vulnerable there and get taken advantage of, and so we as gringos kind of become a target. But literally everywhere else, we've been welcomed with open arms.
Yes.
The people have been unbelievable. We have never experienced any feeling of unsafety. Literally yesterday, because of the process that we have to do for shipping our van, we were hanging out in the slums of Panama City, and we were
genuine
slums. Actual slums, and it was we felt totally safe there and totally welcomed there, and the people are unbelievable and so amazing, and it is totally safe. You have to be smart, but it is totally safe.
Yes, seriously. I mean, we're not going to pretend like there is not danger here, but
especially for locals. I don't want to discount that. Yeah.
The danger is not directed towards us. Again, if you're in a touristy area, if you go to Times Square or you go to Hollywood Boulevard, you're going to keep your wallet a little closer, right?
That's true.
You need to do the same thing here. Exact same thing.
Especially, in those bigger areas. And
other than that, the genuinely sketchy areas, genuinely dangerous areas. I mean, obviously, we know that El Salvador and Honduras have the highest murder rate per capita in the world, right? We went to those countries. El Salvador in particular is extremely well developed. Their slogan as you drive into El Salvador is a country that's progressing. Is that right?
Yeah, but in Spanish.
Yeah, obviously. Everyone was so genuinely kind, and we are not in danger there. But there is obviously corruption. There's obviously going to be danger for some locals. There's going to be extortion. Those things exist. But as a traveler, there is nothing to be afraid of. Be street smart, be kind, be courteous,
But you'll be good. And you'll have some of the most unforgettable experiences of your life.
Yes, seriously. Exactly. And again, you go to places that are genuinely impoverished, and the people are so kind, so welcoming. They don't see any sort of, they want to share with you. Like we said, we went to a very impoverished neighborhood yesterday, and everyone was so kind to us. They went out of their way. We had to accidentally inconvenience people over a water situation, and everyone went out of their way to help us. So,
Really, really awesome.
Yes.
So I would highly recommend this trip if you don't want to deal with the craziness of shipping a vehicle from Panama to Colombia and you just want to do North America. Do Mexico and Central America.
Yes.
It's really cool. And we hope that one day we can do Nicaragua, El Salvador, and Honduras better because we weren't able to really explore
that is so
those
true.
countries.
Especially Nicaragua. It seems amazing.
Yeah.
Again, okay, we'll wrap it up. I'm going to put it in here again, guys. This is our email. Please email us recommendations. Feel free to email us whatever the hell you want. We talk about all sorts of stuff. I saw someone talking about religious stuff. Send me an email. I'd love to talk about that, but we just don't have time right here. I really appreciate everyone's encouragement. As you guys know, man, I'm sorry about the sweat, guys. It's just everyone loves to call me pretty gross in the videos, but it is sweaty. We are going to continue to make 2 videos a week, keep you guys entertained, keep the content flowing as much as we can. But we might have to pause that for a few weeks because I'm going on a trip. We're going to sail, but
we're going to make as much content as we possibly can.
Yes.
And as good as we can possibly make it.
Yes. We're going to do that. There might be a pause.
Yeah.
We will be making content about the shipping. We're going to make content about sailing the islands. We're going to make tons of videos, but they might be backdated. So you might be missing a couple of weeks. Don't worry about us. Are we going to make another video before we close out Central America? TBD?
Yeah. I think we're going to. Yeah. We're going to make like a full-on recap of this is what North America's been like and kind of look back on it, and it'll be really fun. So hopefully that'll be coming out on Wednesday.
Yes.
And then we'll announce kind of what our break situation will be. So stay tuned.
Exactly. Yeah. So anyway, God bless, guys. Thanks for watching, and we sure have a lot in North America. If you have any final questions, throw them in the comments below. And other than that, thanks for watching. And we're going to stay super busy. Yeah. That's about all I have to say.
All right. Thank you guys so much for coming and trying
Another
with
stay
us.
strong.
We really, really love this. Hopefully we can start doing this more often.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, all right, guys. We will talk to you later. Bye.
Bye, everybody. Bye.